The Sopranos. Ever heard of it? You know, kind of a big deal. It's a crime thriller comedy drama piece, therapy session, an Italian-American slice of life anime, all rolled up into one big risotto. Now, ever since finishing Breaking Bad, I need another show where I can project myself onto a criminal and pretend that the Ultra Chad Sigma male and me aren't so different. The Sopranos was the next scrap in my head. Now, the show started airing in 1999, and since has gained a large following. However, after finishing season 1, I noticed that someone among the cast and crew must have been familiar with Hideaki Anno's work, because when I look at The Sopranos, I see that they clearly ripped off Hideaki Anno's Neon Genesis Evangelion and End of It. And to prove my case in point, I've come up with 10 similarities between the two, essentially creating a top 10 times The Sopranos ripped off Evangelion. Number 10. In The Sopranos, we see characters who need therapy, and in Ava, we also see many characters. Now, in fact, when Paulie first hears that Tony is seeing a shrink, he gets concerned. He gets a little worried, a little bit of sweat on him. Maybe Paulie has seen Ava. Perhaps he's the one stealing from Ava. Maybe Paulie's, a closet weeb or something. I don't know. I still love him though. Wow, great character. Number 9. Now, before I get into number 9, let me provide some background context. All TV shows follow one of two formats: a long, progressing linear story, or episodic episodes where each episode is unique in the lesson and rarely brought up again. Now, you may be surprised to find out that Hideaki Anno was actually the person to combine both these two formats with Evangelion, giving us episodes of full stories while also expanding a bigger story in the background. Now, for those who don't know, Ava started releasing in 1995, while Sopranos began airing in 1999. It's perfectly reasonable to believe that someone among the Sopranos cast saw the storytelling format of Ava and copied it for The Sopranos. Number 8. Number 8. There's a scene in The Sopranos where Silvio says, "Once I thought I was okay, be back again." This line perfectly describes Shinji in episode 19 of Ava. You see, Shinji lost faith in Nerve after he was ordered to kill another pilot, and when he couldn't do it, Gendo activated the dummy system, causing Unit 1 to go into a violent rage, eating the Ava and brutally killing it. Then Shinji runs away again, but this time, Kaji talks about watering melons, and Shinji realizes, "Once I thought I was out, they called me back." Number 7. In the end of Ava, we see the orange LCL juice is used when human instrumentality begins, as all human life ends, in order to become one giant orange ball of only happiness and comfort. In other words, the orange juice represents death. Now in The Sopranos season 1 finale, we see Tony purchasing orange juice right before he's whacked.
Surprise, motherfucker!
It's used as a symbol of death. Now, some smart Alex have compared this use of orange in The Sopranos to The Godfather. Now, The Godfather did actually come out in 1972, a few years prior to Ava. So was Hideaki Anno the copycat? Well, technically no, since concept art using orange LCL juice dates back to 1907. Technically, The Sopranos ended up stealing from Evangelion again.
Sorry, I'm late. The alarm was. What the fuck is wrong with you? You shot some fucking civilian in the foot because he made you wait for buns? Fucking Paulie. Don't blame fucking Paulie. Occasion comes to me and says Nutley PD's got a description, and I'm making the car. Why don't you just leave a fucking urine sample next time? If I could have done it. Oh, shut up!
Number 5. The main protagonist of Evangelion is a depressed, soy boy, beta cup, simp, wimpy, pussy, crying bitch ass who can't seem to get enough attention. Now, this also describes Tony Soprano, and like Shinji, Tony Soprano sexualizes the caring mother figure because he never had one, or at least I don't think Shinji did. Okay guys, I'm gonna be honest, I've only seen Ava once, I still don't get a lot of the plot in symbols. It's kind of like watching a really confusing and complicated plot movie for the first time. You just don't get what's happening, you're just there watching, oh wow, that's so cool, it's so good. And just you have no idea what's going on at all. And maybe by the second viewing it'll make more sense, but the only issue is I haven't gotten to the second viewing of Evangelion. Maybe it's because I was trying to watch the reloads next, and I can't do that because it's like ass. Number 4. Now, in The Sopranos Season 1, there doesn't exactly seem to be a main villain. For a while, it seems to be Uncle June, or perhaps it's the priest, or maybe it's even Tony.
Wow, you guys are good. I'm the last person I would have suspected, but I was looking for May all the time.
But by the end, we see that the villain is actually Olivia Soprano. You know, she's his mother. She's furious.
He just wants.
She ends up being the mastermind in many of the events in Tony's life in Season 1. And if you replace the word Olivia Soprano with Gendo, the Ikari, you also get the story of Eva. Gendo clones Shinji's mom. Gendo tells Shinji to get in the robot. Gendo is hiding the hand of Adam, and Gendo wants to activate the third impact. These characters both serve as the lonely and mysterious evil villains who hate the main character. Or also their children. Not bad.
Papa, they chose me! I'm an elite pilot now! I'm the best in the whole world! I must keep this a secret, but I'll only tell you! Papa, everybody's so nice to me now, I don't feel lonely anymore! I'm okay now, even without Mama! Look at me! Look at me! Papa! Look! Papa!
Number 2. In Season 1 of The Sopranos, we see Tony get suspicious that the character named Pussy is wearing a wire.
You know,
And you know, for an episode, we see the gang start to test and distrust Pussy. You know, Tony doesn't like Pussy for a bit. In Eva episode 24, we see that Shinji doesn't like Pussy for a bit.
Granny, if you want, nothing will unfuck the Thanksgiving turkey.
Whoa. Honorable mention. Polly is there.
What? What are you talking about?
No, really, Polly, you can see him in both shows. He's there. Sometimes he's just a background character, sometimes he's a bit closer. But now, this is only an honorable mention because Polly is merely a fictional character.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Hideaki Anno himself gave permission for the Sopranos to expand upon him, because originally Hideaki Anno wanted to give him a character, but exactly couldn't with all the freaking stupid plot stuff he had going on, so he didn't have time for him. Eva, so he okayed it for him to be a main character of Sopranos. Number 1. This is the big one, guys. The main point of how The Sopranos ripped off Evangelion is Christopher's literally trilogy. I figured out it was that rat bastard Christopher who should have stayed dead when Joe Pesci shot him for breaking his balls like you were making wine. It's so obvious. I mean, clearly Christopher saw all of Evangelion and started copying it for his own success. You know, he stole Toji's look, he got a girlfriend like Toji, and he appeared in some shitty movie after Evangelion, and after this. Now, you know, the truth is out. The truth is out there. The truth is revealed. The Sopranos is a mere copycat, no, usurper of Evangelion's genius.
I'm going to hell, T. You're not going anyways but home. I crossed over to the other side. You what? I saw the tunnel and the white light. I saw my father in hell. Get the fuck out of here. And the bouncer said that I'd be there too when my time comes.